In this video, we're going to create a fancy graph. So what we're going to do is just like we did before, we're going to come over here and highlight all the data that we've entered. And we'll click Insert. We're going to go back to the bar graph because that is the most appropriate graph for the type of data we've been collecting so far. I'm going to pull this down. I came over here and I looked at clustered. I like that the graphs are side by side because it gives us a nice comparison, but I really wondered how it would look if they were right next to each other. So I just scrolled down here to 3D clustered column, and I really like the fact that they're sitting right next to each other. So I'm going to click that one, and I'm going to right click on the column. I am going to change it so that we have a gradient, and more gradients. And I'm going to check pattern fill here. And I don't like the dots. I think that's hard to see, but I do like the slash lines, and I think that's kind of interesting and makes it a nice contrast. You can change the color and select which one of these you think works best for you. Once again, we're going to make sure we're on the Design tab. We're going to come over here to click Layout. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and select Layout 9. Again, I'm going to update the chart title. This would be for you to update the chart title to an appropriate title. Update the axis titles. And I think it might be a good idea to go ahead and leave the boys and girls legend here at the side, because that helps us compare the difference between what the boys liked and what the girls liked. Additionally, after you've finished, what you want to do is give me a written summary of the graph. So you can just type here on, but when we start typing our explanation or observations about the graph, it's going to just kind of go on in an endless string here. So it might be better to go ahead and come up here and click Insert, Text, and we're going to draw a text box right underneath here, right underneath our graph. That way, what we type will be contained within this text box. What I'm looking for in your explanation is what do you notice that boys and girls have in common for their lunch choices? Where are they significantly different? And use data from the file for our information that you had here in the table, and also your graph as data explanations. So I would say boys and girls both like pizza. They both had 60 votes. Then you might want to compare the difference in tacos or the difference in hot dogs.